Some NFL hits are so vicious, they'll have you questioning how anyone walks off the field after them. We're talking bone-crushing collisions, helmet-to-helmet slams, and tackles that sent shockwaves through the entire stadium. These aren't just big hits, they're the moments that define the brutal side of football. From players knocked unconscious to those left motionless on the turf. These hits are the reason why the NFL keeps rethinking safety rules. Stick around to see which hit caused the biggest stir and left fans speechless. You won't believe how some of these moments played out. Let's just say not everyone walked away unscathed. Number 1. Sheldon Brown's hit on Reggie Bush, 2006. January 13, 2007, NFC Divisional Playoffs. The Philadelphia Eagles are facing the New Orleans Saints in a high-stakes matchup. Early in the first quarter, Saints quarterback Drew Brees throws a swing pass to rookie running back Reggie Bush. It looks like a routine play, but Sheldon Brown has other plans. As soon as Bush turns to look upfield, Brown is already there. Without breaking stride, he launches into a perfectly timed shoulder-first tackle, driving straight into Bush's chest. The impact is devastating. Bush is sent flying backward, the ball pops loose, and the entire stadium falls silent. For a moment, it looks like he might not get up. Bush stays down, clearly shaken. Trainers rush onto the field as he struggles to catch his breath. Somehow, despite the brutal hit, he manages to walk off on his own. Even more impressively, he later returns to the game and scores a touchdown. But that didn't change the fact that Brown's hit became one of the most memorable moments in playoff history. Number 2. Eric Smith's collision with Anquan Boldin, 2008. On September 28, 2008, the New York Jets hosted the Arizona Cardinals. In the fourth quarter, Cardinals wide receiver Anquan Boldin went up for a pass in the end zone. At that moment, Jets safety Eric Smith closed in, leading to a violent helmet-to-helmet collision. Both players were left motionless on the field, a sight that left fans and players alike holding their breath. Boldin suffered a fractured sinus and a concussion, while Smith also sustained a concussion. The NFL took immediate action, fining Smith $50,000 and suspending him for 1 game, citing a flagrant violation of player safety rules. This incident intensified discussions about player safety, especially concerning helmet-to-helmet hits. The league emphasized the importance of protecting players in defenseless positions, leading to stricter enforcement of safety regulations. Number 3. Dunta Robinson's hit on Deshaun Jackson, 2010. The Eagles were taking on the Falcons in a Week 6 matchup on October 17, 2010. Deshaun Jackson, one of the league's fastest receivers, was having a great start to the game. Then came the hit that had everyone in shock. In the second quarter, Jackson caught a pass over the middle. As soon as he turned, Falcons cornerback Dunta Robinson came flying in full speed and delivered a crushing helmet-to-helmet hit. The impact was so brutal that both players collapsed instantly. The stadium went silent. Trainers rushed onto the field as Jackson lay motionless for several moments. Robinson wasn't doing much better either. Both players suffered concussions and were ruled out for the rest of the game. The NFL quickly reacted, fining Robinson $50,000 for the hit, though it was later reduced to $25,000. More importantly, this moment became one of the key examples in the league's push to eliminate dangerous helmet-to-helmet hits. Number 4. James Harrison's tackle on Mohamed Massaquoi. On October 17, 2010, the Pittsburgh Steelers faced off against the Cleveland Browns in a divisional matchup. In the second quarter, Steelers linebacker James Harrison delivered a crushing helmet-to-helmet hit on Browns receiver Mohamed Massaquoi as he attempted to catch a pass over the middle. The impact left Massaquoi dazed and motionless on the field. Massaquoi suffered a concussion and was unable to return to the game. Harrison was fined $75,000 for an illegal hit, a penalty that was later reduced to $50,000 after an appeal. The hit on Massaquoi was one of several that season that led to increased scrutiny of player safety in the NFL. This incident highlighted the ongoing challenges the NFL faces in balancing the physical nature of the game with the need to protect players from serious injuries. The league continues to evolve its rules and enforcement to enhance player safety. Number 5. Brandon Merriweather's hit on Todd Heap, 2010. On October 17, 2010, the New England Patriots hosted the Baltimore Ravens in a high-stakes game. In the second quarter, Ravens tight end Todd Heap leaped to catch a pass from quarterback Joe Flacco. As Heap was airborne, Patriots safety Brandon Merriweather launched himself helmet first into Heap's head, delivering a devastating blow. The impact left Heap dazed on the field, requiring medical attention. Heap remained on the ground for several moments, but eventually returned to the game. Merriweather was fined $50,000 for the hit, which was later reduced to $40,000 upon appeal. Merriweather expressed regret for the hit, saying, "I'm sorry for the hit. I understand the league is trying to protect the health of all our players." He emphasized his intent to play aggressively within the rules, acknowledging the league's focus on player safety. Number 6. Jadeveon Clowney's hit in the Outback Bowl, 2013. On January 1st, 2013, during the Outback Bowl, the University of South Carolina took on the University of Michigan in a thrilling college football matchup. Early in the game, South Carolina defensive end Jadeveon Clowney, already known for his explosive talent, delivered one of the most unforgettable hits in college football history. Michigan running back Vincent Smith had just caught a pass and was trying to make a run when Clowney, like a freight train, charged at him with full force. With a massive shoulder-to-helmet hit, Clowney knocked Smith's helmet off and forced a fumble. The hit was so powerful that it sent Smith tumbling and left the entire stadium in shock. The play became instantly iconic, replayed countless times on highlight reels, and helped cement Clowney's place as one of the most dominant defenders in college football. The impact not only showcased Clowney's raw power, but also significantly boosted his draft stock. Just over a year later, he was selected first overall in the 2014 NFL Draft by the Houston Texans. That hit in the Outback Bowl will forever be remembered as one of the most jaw-dropping moments in college football history. Number 7. Danny Trevathan's hit on Davante Adams, 2017. On September 28, 2017, the Green Bay Packers hosted the Chicago Bears in a Thursday night game that ended up becoming memorable for all the wrong reasons. Late in the second quarter, Packers receiver Davante Adams caught a pass and was being held up by a defender when Bears linebacker Danny Trevathan came in with a brutal helmet-to-helmet hit. The collision was so violent that it left Adams unconscious on the field. The hit immediately raised concerns about player safety as Adams was down for several minutes before being taken off the field on a stretcher. Doctors later diagnosed him with a concussion, a serious injury that led to him missing some games. As for Trevathan, the NFL handed down a 2-game suspension for the hit, a move that sparked debate around the league. However, after appealing the decision, Trevathan's suspension was reduced to just 1 game. Number 8. Myles Garrett's incident with Mason Rudolph, 2019. On November 14, 2019, the Cleveland Browns faced the Pittsburgh Steelers in what was already shaping up to be a fiery divisional rivalry. But things escalated in the final seconds of the game, turning what should have been a typical end-of-game sequence into a chaotic scene that everyone would be talking about for years. In the midst of a late-game brawl, Browns defensive end Myles Garrett found himself locked in the scuffle with Steelers quarterback Mason Rudolph. Things got out of hand quickly when Garrett ripped Rudolph's helmet off, but it didn't end there. Garrett, in an astonishing and dangerous move, swung the helmet at Rudolph, striking him in the head. The entire stadium fell silent as everyone realized what had just happened. The NFL didn't hesitate in responding. Garrett was suspended indefinitely, missing the remainder of the 2019 season, and his future with the league was questioned. However, after serving his suspension, Garrett was reinstated the following year. The incident not only shocked fans, but also sparked heated debates about player conduct and how the league should handle aggression on the field. Number 9. Mac Hollins' hit on Marvin Mims, 2024. In a 2024 playoff game, one hit left the football world stunned. Buffalo Bills special teams player Mac Hollins made his presence felt in a huge way when he delivered a devastating blow to Denver Broncos return man Marvin Mims during a punt return. It wasn't just the power of the hit that got everyone's attention, but the timing and intensity of the collision. Mims had no chance to brace himself as Hollins came charging in, and the impact was so massive that even veteran broadcasters Tony Romo and Jim Nantz couldn't hide their shock. The hit left Mims on the ground for a while, and while he eventually got up, the play was a vivid reminder of just how brutal the sport can be, even in moments not directly related to offense or defense. Fans and analysts across social media were buzzing about the hit, questioning whether it crossed the line. Number 10. Azeez Al-Shaair's hit on Trevor Lawrence, 2024. During the 2024 NFL season, Houston Texans linebacker Azeez Al-Shaair delivered a brutal blow to the head of Jacksonville Jaguars quarterback Trevor Lawrence. The hit was as forceful as it was controversial, with many questioning the level of discipline and consistency in enforcing player safety rules. Lawrence was clearly shaken after the collision, and Al-Shaair's hit resulted in a well-deserved 3-game suspension. This incident sparked debates about how far players can push the limits when it comes to aggressive defense. While Al-Shaair's hit was undeniably powerful, it also raised the question of whether enough is being done to protect quarterbacks and ensure consistency in suspensions and fines across the league. So, here's a question for you. Which hit do you think was the scariest in NFL history? Was it this one, or maybe another hit we've talked about? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to keep up with these jaw-dropping moments, hit that subscribe button for more.